For more than a decade, football fans around the world witnessed something truly special, an era dominated by three extraordinary players, Cristiano Ronaldo, Neymar Jr., and Lionel Messi. These three superstars had different personalities, different playing styles, and very different careers. But together, they created an era that will be remembered as one of the greatest periods in football history. Lionel Messi was the magician, Cristiano Ronaldo was the machine, and Neymar was the artist. But what made this era so special? And why do so many fans believe that football will never be the same again? Let's go back and look at the era of Ronaldo, Neymar, and Messi. First, we have Lionel Messi. Messi is often described as one of the most naturally gifted footballers ever. His incredible close control, dribbling, vision, passing, and ability to score made him almost impossible to defend. During his years at Barcelona, Messi became the center of one of the greatest attacking teams in football history. He scored unbelievable goals, created chances that seemed impossible, and constantly found ways to change games. Messi didn't need to rely on physical strength. His intelligence and technique were enough. He could receive the ball in midfield, dribble past several defenders, create an opportunity for a teammate, and then finish the move himself. But Messi wasn't alone at the top. At the same time, Cristiano Ronaldo was building a completely different kind of legacy. Ronaldo became famous for his incredible physical ability, explosive speed, powerful shooting, aerial ability, and unbelievable mentality. While Messi often looked like a football artist, Ronaldo looked like a football machine. His journey from Sporting Lisbon to Manchester United, Real Madrid, and eventually other major clubs showed how determined he was to become the best. And when Ronaldo moved to Real Madrid, the rivalry with Messi became even more intense. Every season, fans compared their goals, assists, trophies, records, and individual awards. When Messi scored, Ronaldo seemed to respond. When Ronaldo scored, Messi answered. It became more than just a competition between two players. It became one of the greatest individual rivalries football had ever seen. And then there was Neymar. Neymar was different from both of them. He wasn't simply a goal scorer or a physical machine. Neymar brought creativity, flair, improvisation, and entertainment. His dribbling was spectacular. His skills were unpredictable. He could embarrass defenders with a single movement, create something from nothing, and turn an ordinary attack into a magical moment. When Neymar arrived at Barcelona, something incredible happened. Messi, Neymar, and Luis Suarez formed one of the most dangerous attacking trios in football history. Together, they became known as MSN. They scored an incredible number of goals and helped Barcelona win major trophies. But Neymar wasn't simply Messi's teammate. He was also one of the few players of his generation who had the talent and potential to eventually challenge the dominance of Messi and Ronaldo. For a period of time, it seemed possible that football had found its next great superstar. And that's what made the era so exciting. Imagine being a football fan during this period. You could watch Messi controlling a game with his left foot. You could watch Ronaldo jumping above defenders and scoring impossible headers. And you could watch Neymar dancing through defenders with incredible skills. Three completely different styles, three different personalities, three different stories, but all at the highest level. The rivalry between Messi and Ronaldo became especially important. For years, fans argued about one simple question: who is the greatest? Messi supporters pointed to his creativity, dribbling, passing, playmaking, and incredible consistency. Ronaldo supporters pointed to his goals, athleticism, Champions League performances, mentality, and ability to succeed in different. Them achieved something incredible. The debate started again. Whoever you supported, you had to respect the other, because these two players pushed each other to unbelievable levels. But Neymar's story was different. Many fans believed Neymar could eventually become the player who took over from Messi and Ronaldo. He had the talent, he had the technique, he had the creativity, and he had the ability to decide games. His transfer from Barcelona to Paris Saint-Germain became one of the biggest moments in modern football. Neymar wanted to become the main star. He wanted his own team. He wanted to step out of Messi's shadow. And for a while, he looked unstoppable. But injuries affected his career, and the consistency that Messi and Ronaldo maintained for so many years became much harder for Neymar to achieve. And this is one of the biggest What if stories in football. What if Neymar had avoided so many injuries? What if he had stayed at Barcelona? What if he had reached his absolute potential? Could he have challenged Messi and Ronaldo for the throne? We'll never know, but that's part of what makes football so fascinating. Now, when we look back at this era, we realize just how extraordinary it was. We didn't simply have one superstar. We had multiple generations of fans watching three global icons at almost the same time. Messi and Ronaldo broke record after record. Neymar became one of the most entertaining players on the planet, and their influence went far beyond the football pitch. Millions of children wanted to play like Messi. Millions wanted to celebrate like Ronaldo. And millions wanted to dribble like Neymar. Their shirts were everywhere. Their highlights were watched millions of times. Their goals became viral moments. Their rivalries dominated conversations between football fans, and every major match created another chapter in the story. But eventually, every era comes to an end. Messi and Ronaldo are no longer at the center of European football. Neymar's career has also entered a completely different stage. A new generation is coming. Players like Kylian Mbappé, Erling Haaland, Lamine Yamal, and others are beginning to create their own stories. Maybe one of them will eventually reach the legendary level of Messi and Ronaldo. Maybe someone will even surpass them, but there is one problem. The next generation doesn't have to replace just one superstar. They have to replace an entire era. An era where every week, fans could watch Messi, Ronaldo, and Neymar create moments that looked impossible. That's why the three legends era is so difficult to forget. Messi gave us magic. Ronaldo gave us determination. Neymar gave us imagination. And together, they gave football fans unforgettable memories. Years from now, people may argue about who was the best. Some will say Messi. Others will say Ronaldo. And some will always believe Neymar had the talent to reach an even higher level. But perhaps the real answer is simpler. We were lucky enough to watch all three. We watched them grow. We watched them compete. We watched them break records. We watched them win trophies. We watched them fail. And we watched them come back stronger, one day. Younger football fans will hear stories about this era and wonder what it was really like. They won't understand what it felt like to watch Ronaldo score a last-minute winner, Messi destroy a defense with one incredible run, or Neymar produce a piece of skill that nobody expected. But those who lived through this era will remember, because football wasn't just being played during the era of Ronaldo, Neymar, and Messi. Football was being transformed. And that's why the three legends era will always have a special place in football history.